I'm standing here with Tom Atkinson, the owner of Scott's Crossing and Feed Store. So what is a typical day in the life of your work?
Well, typical day, you get up early, prep the shop a little bit, and wait for the customers to come in. There'll be a lot of customers around 8:30, and then lunchtime will die off a little bit, and then there should be another rush. Have a few deliveries in the afternoon, and different reports and things like that.
And what are the most and least rewarding aspects of your job? And what do you not like doing, and what do you like doing about this?
Well, I'd say starting with the least rewarding, we have to get up pretty early, and our size operation, we don't have a lot of people working for us, so not a lot of vacation time, time off and things like that. But we do get to know, everybody in the community pretty well, and it's pretty interesting to see them and talk to them and get to know a lot of people.
What are the working conditions like? Is there a lot of stress? Is there physical aspects to it?
There's definitely a lot of physical work with the feed and stuff like that. We get about 2 deliveries from different feed companies each week, and you could have upwards of 10 tons of feed come in just on one delivery. So it is physical. It's nothing too hard, but you do have to be able to lift feed. You're working mainly inside, so you're not going to freeze to death or anything.
And what are the most important skills and abilities required for your job? Like, you have to have creativity, you have to have language communication skills, dexterity, leadership, physical.
Well, I'd definitely say the most important thing is knowing the market, learning how to focus in on the voice of the customer and provide everything that they need, price that they can afford, and at the same time making a profit off of the sale. So a big part of that is just managing, having a good process of keeping track of your operating costs as well as your profit margins and stuff like that.
And if you could do the same thing, would you choose the same career again?
I would. It's not a bad career.
What do you wish you knew but you didn't when you first started?
That's a tough one. I guess I wish I would have known a lot more of the management tools, like Excel, things like that. It took me a long time to really adapt to using software, computers and things like that, making life a lot easier. I was a little hard-headed, at first, doing a lot of things manually, but just learning how to use technology.
Are there any trends, demographic, social, and legal that concern you? Any trends that will make this career choice more or less attractive in the future?
Well, I think it's just going to be attracting the people that are into agriculture and respect the industry and things like that. If you don't respect it, you don't have you shouldn't be in it. So I'm really seeing a whole lot of trends, honestly.
And what is the outlook for your career in the future? Is there a shortage or oversupply in your line of work?
Well, it's ups and downs, highs and lows. Obviously, the weather has a lot to do with the local market. Obviously, here in Yuma, I'd say it's pretty stable just because of irrigation and things like that. But where I'm at, we don't have the irrigation. We depend on the weather. And, a couple years of drought will send the market into basically people will be selling all their cows and things like that. We won't be making as much money. And it takes a while for them to build back up and as they build back up, you build back up. So, what was the question?
The outlook for this career.
It's always going to be there. I mean, people are going to need to eat.
Yeah. All right. Does this career involve living in one community all of your life, or living in different cities, states, countries?
Well, you're going to go where the market is. So if there's a market where you're at, you can build it to the capacity of the market. So it's going to depend on where you're at.
And does this career provide the opportunity to balance time between work and family, to have outside time for yourself?
I'd say that's one of the biggest challenges being a small business owner and not having a whole lot of employees. Is finding time to make time for vacation and things like that. You're gonna have to have some good help and people that you trust. And if you can do that, you can certainly make time for your family.
And any words of advice for anybody trying to come into this business?
Yes. I would say the more knowledgeable you are on the subject, the better you can sell products. And also you need to embrace management principles. You need to have a good system come there. You need to understand every aspect of the business. Be able to track performance based on your metrics. Anywhere you go, you should have your own metrics. You should track your performance so they know how you're doing and if you need to change something.
And how do you help your business living here in Utah? Obviously, it's over in Texas, but what do you do to contribute?
Oh, I got a really good guy back home, my daddy. I learned a lot from him, so business basically it's doing all right with him. I do help out with things that I've learned with technology, using different software programs and things like that, management tools. Help out with that. I also try to steer the store in a direction that I think we can expand a little bit and make a little more profit.
How long have you been in this business?
The store has actually been in the family since 1982. It was my uncles, my grandfathers. I'm trying to think. We've been running the store for about 15 years. And my dad.
And do you plan on expanding the business, opening other locations?
We don't plan on really opening up any more feed stores, but we do plan on expanding where we're at, basically. A lot more products to our community and our neighbors. Right now we're working on putting a convenience store so we can sell gas and diesel. We might even be putting in an espresso bar for early morning farmers for the coffee.
Oh, well, I think that pretty much wraps it up. You say your words of advice. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.